Hello friends, we welcome you at your own channel English Study, and today the topic we are going to discuss is simple present tense. It is a very initial topic of the tenses. It belongs to present tense and is the first tense of the present, simple present tense, and another name for simple present tense is present indefinite tense, right? So you can use this tense in the case of when you're talking about any habitual action or you're talking about any routine. So we are doing various activities every day and those activities are repeated. We brush our teeth, we go to market, we go to office, we read newspaper every day. So these are certain activities which are repetitive and we are repeating in our day-to-day life. Let me take one example, that Mohan reads newspaper. So in this sentence you will find that Mohan is a subject and read is a verb, and it takes s with it, okay, and sometime it takes es with it also. This we are gonna talk later in our video, that what is the reason that a few words are taking s or a few verbs are taking es with it. And after that you can see there is one object, right? So this is the scenario, and in this form we can make this sentence. This is called affirmative sentence in simple present, and it is telling about the routine of the Mohan. This work is done by Mohan every day, right? Every day means Sunday is also including there. There is difference between daily and every day, right? Daily means that you go to office daily, you do not go to office every day. Daily does not include Sunday, so be careful. So the activities you are going to do every day include Sunday in it. So Mohan here is reading newspaper every day, so that is the routine of him. And now we are going to talk about the sentence formation under simple present tense. So first of all you have to write subject. After writing subject you have to write verb, and then is object there, right? Subject, verb and object, SVO. This is a very basic pattern of making sentence. Subject, you know very well, the person who is going to do some work in the sentence or about whom we are talking about. So here who is a doer is called subject, and after there is a verb. Verb is the action word which is denoting some action in the sentence, and object, the whatever the work is being done by subject, the impact of that work is going to affect the object here. So that is called object, that you know already, okay. That was a slight introduction about the subject, verb and object, okay. So this is the one pattern, subject plus first form of the verb and plus object, right? Just the one pattern, and you will use this pattern with I, we, you, they and other plural nouns, right? It can be children, farmers, right? Such kind of nouns. And there's another pattern of affirmative sentence, and that is subject plus verb first form. With verb first form we have to use s or es, then plus object. This is another pattern of making affirmative sentence under simple present tense, and you have to use this pattern with he, she, it and other singular nouns. Means you have to use this s or es with the third person singular. That is very important here, right? Suppose we take one example here, I play football. I play football, right? This is one example. Second example is he plays football, right? So we, in the first sentence we have used play, and the second sentence we have used plays. So here we have to be very careful that with he, she, it and third person singulars we are going to use s or es, and with I, we, you, they and plural we are not going to use I, s or es with the first form of the verb. So here we have to be very careful regarding this. And now we have to discuss, sometimes we use s with the first form of the verb and sometimes we use es with the first form of the verb. So what is the reason behind that, right? Let's take one example. He brushes his teeth every day. He brushes his teeth, okay. Brushes, brush, es. After brush we have used es, not s. But earlier we mentioned one example here that he plays football, and with the play we have used s, not es. So what is the reason here? With play we have used s, and with brush we have used es. So it's very simple. If your verbs are ending with ss, sh, ch, o and x, if your verbs are ending with these letters, so that time you are gonna use es with it, and otherwise you are going to use s. Right? If we take the example of play, so play ends with letter y, so this is not in this list, so that's why it will take s after that. So students, we take one more example here, that Ram goes to the market. So here you identify the verb go, and it is ending with letter O. So I told you earlier that if it is ending with any of these 5 letters, so we are going to use es after that. So go is ending with O, so that's why it takes es with it. So I hope you understand this concept. And now we are going to talk about the negative formation of this simple present tense, that how to form negative sentences here. And to form the negative sentence, it is not very difficult, just you have to follow this pattern: subject plus do or does plus not plus first form of the verb plus object, right? So this is the formula of making negative sentence: do, does. And after do, does, you must have noticed that we have used only first form of the verb, and this time we have not added s or es with the first form of the verb, because s or es is already included in do or does. So repetition is not allowed in English, right? So that's why we cannot add s or es with the first form of the verb here, because that is there in the do, does. So this is the negative formula where to make your sentence negative. Like, first we take one affirmative example here, that Ram eats food. So you can change it into negative also by using this formula, if you know that where we need to use do and where we need to use does. So it's very simple again. With I, we, you, they and other plurals, we are going to use do, and with he, she, it and singulars, we are going to use does. Right? So now you can change this sentence, that Ram eats food, in negative also: Ram does not eat food. Right? They play football, they do not play football, because they with they we have to use do. That's all. So it's very simple, right? So framing negative sentences from affirmative is very simple. So now we will talk about the interrogative sentences, and interrogative sentences are very easy to make. What you need to do, just you have to put your helping verbs before the subject, that's all, right? What are the helping verbs here? Do, does. Do, does are the helping verbs. So you have to bring your do, does before the subject, right? Does he eat food? Don't they play football? Right? So you have to bring. Not is optional here in the interrogative sentences. If you are going to use not here, it's okay. And if you want to use not in the question, that depends on the situation you are asking question, right? So not you can include or you cannot include, that is up to you and up to the situation. So does he eat food? And such kind of questions have answers in yes or no. Does he eat food? You will say yes or no. Okay, don't they play football? You will say yes or no. You cannot give reason. But there are some other kind of questions that are also there, which are commencing or starting with WH words. Why, where, what, how. How do you play football? Here you cannot answer in yes or no. Here you have to give answer with reason. Why don't you play football? I don't play football because this is not my hobby. My hobby is to singing song or playing basketball. Okay, any answer can be given here. So here you need to supply one definite reason to your question. So this was interrogative sentence. And the second situation we can use this tense is universal truth. With the universal truth, we are going to use simple present tense only. because these are the truths which are not going to change ever. Okay, nobody can change it. Whether we are in America or whether we are in India or anywhere in the world, these rules are same for everybody. Like the earth revolves around the sun, so earth is revolving around the sun, okay, from ages, and it is still revolving and it will revolve. Nobody can stop this task. So these kind of sentences, these kind of universal facts can be presented with the help of simple present tense. Okay, the example we have already seen, or we can take one more example here. The water freezes at 0 degree centigrade, or water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. So these are universal truths, or you can say scientific fact as well. So scientific facts and universal truths can be shown with the help of this simple present tense. And the third situation where we can use this simple present tense is when you are going to crack jokes. Yes, when you are going to crack jokes, you can take the help of simple present tense. Right? Suppose I say Mohan walks into his house and talks to his wife. Why are you looking sad? Wife replies. So what is this? This is simple present tense, and I am narrating this joke or cracking this joke in simple present. And if I will narrate in past, so it will remain, you can say, story only. Right? Mohan walked into his house and he talked to his wife. So that will be story. So here we are not telling any story, we are cracking jokes. So we can crack jokes with the help of simple present tense as well. Right? So these were a few things where we can use simple present tense. And now we are going to talk about the spelling rules. We have to follow certain spelling rules with the use of S or ES. So here what you can do, when you have any regular verb means the root verb is same in all the three forms of the verb. You already know there are three forms of the verb, right? Like talk, talked, talked. So these kind of verbs are called regular verbs. If you are talking about regular verbs, just you have to add s with it. Like talk, you have to use s and it will become talks. Read, okay, just you have to put s, reads. So these are regular verbs. But now what happens that when you are having, suppose try, try, try. So in this condition, what you're going to use, you are going to delete y, and in place of y you are going to use I, and with I you will use es. So it will become tries. Same with the fry, right? You are going to delete y, then you are add I in place of y, and after that you are going to put es. So it will become fries. But here you can get confused because with the play we didn't do this, right? So there is one reason behind that, because in play play is there and the last two letters are ay. So before y there is vowel letter. So when vowel and y comes, then it takes s only, and when consonant plus y comes, like in try, r is consonant, and after that y is coming, then y is deleted and we are going to use I in place of y, and after that we are adding es with it. Okay, I hope you understood. So this is the difference here. So that was all about simple present tense, and I hope you understood, right? So once again we revise it, that what are the situations we are going to use simple present tense. So first situation is your fact and habit. I think we did not discuss about fact means I like milkshake, so this is the fact, but we can frame in this also, right? I play chess, so this is the fact also, and routine also you can say. So routine and fact you can represent with the help of simple present tense. After that universal truths you can represent, and after that you can crack jokes, and one more thing, you can also talk about scheduled events in simple present, the events which are already scheduled, right? Like bus arrives in 5 minutes, So this is the scheduled event. This is obvious that bus is going to arrive in 5 minutes. So this is scheduled for every day, right? So the scheduled event you can also mention with the help of simple present tense. So that was all about simple present tense. If you liked the video, so press the like button, share this video with your friends, relatives and your family kids, and also subscribe this channel so that you can find the upcoming videos on the channel and you will be updated about the various topics. So thank you very much. So nice of you.